This week, we're going to be talking about the how of boundaries, what it actually sounds like, how to hold them without yelling, and what to do when your child pushes back. Because they will push back, and that doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. If you missed last week's video on why boundaries matter, I recommend starting there. It sets the foundation. Today, we're focusing on how boundaries are communicated and how children actually experiences them. Now, I may sound a little off. That's because I'm sick. But the show must go on because I did promise you guys a month to month conversation about the ABCs of parenting. So let's do this, right? We're doing this together. Many parents think the how of boundaries is about finding the perfect words. But boundaries don't work because of wording, they work because of tone, repetition, and follow through. From a child's perspective, to a child, it's not just what you say, it's whether what you say feels steady. Healthy boundaries sound calm, simple, and repeatable. Not long explanations, not emotional speeches, not negotiations disguised as kindness. This is the limit. I won't allow that. I hear you, and the answer is still no. That's it. And this is generic across all age groups. When boundaries change, depending on your mood, children listen less to the words and more to the emotional energy. Calmness isn't weakness, calm is clarity. So when we yell, the boundary gets lost in the emotion. Children don't hear the limit, they hear distress, urgency, and a loss of control, much like animals do. When a parent raises their voice to hold a boundary, a child's nervous system goes into survival mode. At that point, learning stops, compliance might happen, but regulation doesn't. Boundaries are meant to teach self control, not fear. So here's something parents need to hear clearly. Are you listening? Pushback is not a sign that the boundary is wrong. Pushback is a sign that the boundary is new or being tested. Okay, let's say this again without the gaming console in your hand or the dish towel in your hand. Pushback is not a sign that the boundary is wrong. Pushback is a sign that the boundary is new or being tested. When a child pushes back, what they are really asking is this limit real, even when I'm upset? If a boundary collapses during a resistance, the child learns limits only exist until emotions rise. Holding on boundaries to a boundary does not mean becoming cold or rigid. It means staying present without removing the limit. Name the feeling. I see you're upset. State the boundary. The limit stays. Stay regulated. I'm here when you're ready. This teaches the child I can have big feelings and still be safe. Let me ask you this, and I want you to answer honestly in the comments. When your child pushes back, what's hardest for you? Holding the boundary or managing your own emotions while you do so? Next week, we're going to talk about what happens when boundaries are inconsistent, when behaviors escalate, why power struggles form, and how confusion shows up as defiance. Because boundaries don't fail when children resist, they fail when adults retreat. If you want deeper support, whether one on one or in a group setting, you can work with me directly through my parenting coaching and behavioral specialist practice. You can also download your free copy of the ABCs of Parenting. We're using it throughout the series.